Flosstube. I hope everybody's okay. I am April, May, June, and welcome to my Flosstube. I haven't uploaded a video since about the end of March, I think it was. We're still in lockdown here in the UK. I hope everybody is staying safe and well and coping the best that they can in this very strange situation and times that we're finding ourselves in. Anyway, I've got lots to show you, so I'll just crack on. I had quite a manic April I had loads of starts that I wanted to do, and I just went with it, and I didn't even care about how many starts I was doing, or how it increased my whip count. It was just I just really enjoyed doing all these new starts. But anyway, so this is a mix of new starts that I've done and just some whips that I've worked on as well. So the first one is Heap on the Wood with Dye Needle and Thread. I did show this last time, and this is where I am now. So I finished the lady and added the gentleman, and then I think I've stitched in a bit more of the house since the last time. I really do like this design. I hate the fabric that I've chosen to work on. It's almost like it needs a shave, but I love the design, and I'm very much in a Christmas stitching mood. Then I worked on Bobbin for Pumpkins with Dye Needle and Thread. Love this. And this is where I am. So I started one of the witch's dresses. I did have her the sleeves done, but I didn't like how it looked. I can't remember what was wrong with it, but I just ripped it all out, and I'm doing this in my own thread choices. I've got some of the called for threads, but not all of them. That's that one. Then this was a new start. It was also a purchase. This is Faith, Hope, Peace and Love by Teresa Kogut. This was released at Market. I absolutely love this one. I also love Newcastle Bouquet, and I do want to get that one, but I think I hadn't seen many people talk about this one, so I decided to start this one. And this is where I got to. I'm doing it in the called for threads, except for the one colour, which I can't remember what one it is now, but it's just basically the same colour as the fabric. This is 40 count sheep's straw by R&R, and this is one I had in my stash. So yeah, I loved it. I've changed it for this. No, you can't really see it, but it's this colour here, I think, is the one I've swapped out. I think it was maybe khaki or summer, I can't remember. But yeah, I love this, and I really enjoy working on this 40 count R&R. It's supposed to be done on straw by Weeks Dye Works. Then next I started this for my friend for her birthday, and because we've been in lockdown, her birthday was at the end of April, but yeah, I've got plenty of time to finish it, and she's also on maternity leave from work. So this is Lovebirds by Bothy Threads, and this was given to me by my friend Claire, who I met for the first time at the crew retreat last year. She's one of my favourite people, and this is where I am. I'm doing this on 32 count dusk by Sparklies. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the colour fade. I hope you can. It just goes from dark to light, and I've got it upside down. So I'm using the whole piece of fabric because I don't think I'd ever stitch anything else on it. So I just wanted to place it where I could utilise most of the colours. So, but that one's a real joy to stitch on, and something completely different for me. And bothy threads, you can do all the stitching, but they don't really come together until you put in all the back stitch. So I'm looking forward to picking that up again. And I've actually got Claire's leftover kit because there's enough threads in there to probably do it 3 times. The next, I worked a teeny bit on Scenic Farm by Dimensions, and this is where I am. I do like working on this all 3 times I have. And then this was a purchase on another new start. This is Spring Has Sprung by Plum Street Samplers, and I'm doing this in my my own threads that I've got. I'm actually using some leftover silks that I've got from kits, or just bits of threads that skeins of thread that I've got, but I quite like the way this looks. Now the robin's breast does not look that stripy, a difference in colour. The top looks darker to the bottom, but it doesn't look like that in real life, or does it? I don't really know, but it's the same skein but just different. Just looks odd. Yeah, I love this. I'm doing this on 36 count Summer Khaki by Zweigart, and I just love all of the colours and how delicate it is. The little snowman, I just think he's really sweet. I love that. So there, that was I worked on that for a good few days, and then I had actually made the decision that I was going to do Mania, because I thought I've been quite crazy in April, and I just want to carry it on. So me and my friend Christina, whilst Iris naps, I talk about her every video, we decided to do Maynia because it's out of her comfort zone as well, and we decided to do a Blackbird Designs Stitch Mania and do 10 new starts every other day. And we had an official meeting about it to discuss what we were going to do, and showed each other our designs, and we're all like, yep, let's do it. And I failed on day 2, or the second new start, should I say. I just didn't enjoy it, and I think it's only your own choices that are doing this, but it's like being told to work on a certain thing for a certain amount of time, whereas in April, when I was just starting anything that I fancied, that was much better for me, and that's how I do like to work. So I stopped after the second new start, and I'm absolutely fine with that, but it killed my stitchy bug, so I didn't stitch for a good 2 weeks, I think. But anyway, this was my first one. This is Holly Manor by Blackbird Designs. This is in the peppermint and I can't remember what the book's called, but I'm borrowing this off my friend Christina, so I just made a working copy. Peppermint and Holly, is it? I can't remember. But this was my first start, and that's what I managed to get done. Things didn't go to plan. The second day I didn't get much time to stitch, so I then started the next New Start on that day because it was smaller, and then I worked on this again on a full day, so at least I had, or I stitched on it for longer than what I did manage the second start. I'm not making any sense anyway, but yeah, this is one that I would like to get done this year because I absolutely love this design. I'm doing it in all the Cool 4 threads, but I'm stitching it on 32 count limestone by Zweigart. That's that one, and then the last one that I managed to do from Mania was Blackbird's Winter Delivery. I love this. I think it's so beautiful, and again another Christmas one. And this is what this is what I managed to get done. So at least I managed to get the border done, and then I started on the Christmas tree. But I will get back to this one. This is on 30 count Aztec by Weeks Dye Works. I even made project bags, loads of project bags, to go with Mania, but hey ho. And then my final start, this was also a purchase. This is Christmas at Winterberry Cabin by With Thy Needle and Thread, and mine's a little bit different where I am, it's called for on 36 count fabric, but I've chose to do it quite big and on a 28 count and I've hand dyed some fabric with pearl grey Rit dye, and that's where I am, and I absolutely love it, and I love the fact that it's massive. And this is another one where I'm using some leftover silks that I've got, so it's just sort of a random, that colour goes, so that's what I'll use. But yeah, I love him. The Santa's quite a lot of stitching and I still need to finish him off, but there's not much more to do actually, just some trees and a bit of snow and some houses I think, and then finish off the Santa and then I'll be done. But yeah, I love the grey. Always it always makes me think wintry things, so yeah, I'm really pleased with that. And then I've got a few finishes which were also new starts, so I'll just get rid of all these. Ooh. So this is my first one. This is Queen of the Needle by With Thy Needle and Thread, and I think this is the first one. This is where it all started really, with me going crazy. I just fancied stitching on something red, and I've also made changes that I didn't stitch Queen of the Needle and then this, the dog, that bit didn't really make sense to me, but you know, it is what it is. But I really liked this part, and this is another one that I've done with leftover silk threads that I've got from Shepherd's Butch kits and some drawn thread kits that I've had, and then some skeins that I've bought just randomly. So yeah, I just need to finish those off. Then this was a purchase, and this is Jump Into Spring by Jeanette Douglas, and I decided to leave the border off and the bottom half. I absolutely love this. I just love the violets. Are they violets? These ones? Can't remember what they're called. Pansies? Maybe they're that's the word, pansies. But I just thought it was really beautiful. And again, I did this with leftover silk threads and just picked the colours that I thought matched as close as they could to the picture on the front. And then I've got this fabric and some ribbon left over, and I think that I'll make a pillow with that, and I think it goes really well, the colours. So yeah, I need to finish that off. So I have amended them, all of them, ever so slightly, And then my last one is Souvenirs of the Heart, and then this is Home for Christmas by Brenda Gervais, with Thy Needle and Thread. And I love this little design. The over one does absolutely nothing for me. I'm rubbish at the over one, so I don't pretend to try and do it. So I did it on 28 count Monaco that I rip dyed, and when I rip dyed this fabric it was really quite choppy and didn't look subtle. It looked quite aggressive. And I thought, oh god, I'm never going to use that. And then I just thought, if I've got something bright enough, it might just disguise the fact that see, the fabric looks, see the way here it was quite sharp, but it was like that all over. But I thought, oh, I'll give it a go. And again, this is with some leftover silks that I've got. It makes it sound like I've got absolutely loads, but I haven't. I was in I signed up for a silk thread club, and I only ever got two packs, and that was with Thread Pickers in the UK. And I've messaged her a few times to ask about the thread club, but it's never really sort of picked up or started. So I just I've got two lots of packs, and that's all I've got of hers. And then this is what I've got left over from kits that I've unkitted, but I wanted to keep the threads because I know I'd use them, and it's a great way to be able to just use up your leftovers or just bits. So yeah, now I made some changes to this, other than I didn't do the bottom, but the house it didn't have a roof properly on it, and it didn't look right to me, and that's all I could focus on. So I decided to stitch the roof in full, and then I just managed to fit everything else in there. It just brought it up a bit, but I love the way it looks actually. And then the birds are closer together, so that they're quite far apart there, but mine are just a little bit closer together. And again, I just need to finish this off into a little pillow or something. Whilst I've been away, I had a birthday, and again, I'm going to mention Christina. We actually have the same birthday. We're just a year apart. She's older than me, I'd like to just mention that. But we decided to do an exchange and stitch each other something. We did it last year, and then we've done the same this year, and this was mine, and this is by Plum Street Samplers. What's it called? I can't remember. I need to find out. She wrote it down. I've got a little piece of paper somewhere, but she changed the colour of the one girl to be blonde, so that's me and that's her. Yeah, I love this. I was very surprised when I opened it, and I think I got the better end of the deal. I'll insert a picture here of what I stitched for her. Yeah, I've wanted to do this design, but it was this blue that really made me think, oh, but she's done it for me, so I don't have to. But I absolutely love it, and I love the frame that she's chosen. So yeah, and that is everything that I've worked on, I think. Oh, I suppose I could just show you this. So this was one of my I started this in 2017, where I was starting absolutely everything and trying to find my style. of what I just liked everything, and I was starting everything, and then I've definitely found out the things that I do like more, that are more to my taste now. Anyway, this is Persuasion by The Stitching Parlour, and I love Jane Austen, and Persuasion is my favourite book of hers. So I started this in 2017, and I think it was maybe my third or fourth start. I ordered all the threads and everything, all the core 4 threads, and I started it on 36 count cream by Zweigart. Now I did it 2/2, and I went slightly wrong, and then I didn't want to pick it up again, and then I added it to my Stitch 10 in 20 for this year. And I had a Skype call with 2 of my friends, and I was discussing it, and I was like, I do want to finish it, but I'm not happy. It's really bulky, but I do love. Anyway, this is what I've ended up doing with it. I've cut it off, and that's made the decision for me. I will do something with this. I just need to finish off a few bits, but I will do something with this. But it was just really, I think it was bothering me more that I had gone wrong somewhere on it, and I didn't want to pick it up. Or when you have left something for ages, and then your stitching has changed ever so slightly, I don't know whether I would have enjoyed stitching on it again. But anyway, so what I've done is I've ordered some 40 count fabric, and this is, I hope you're going to be able to see, you're probably not, no, this is 40 count Tyco by Picture This Plus, and it's very subtly mottled cream, and almost, not a yellow isn't the right word, but it's really pretty. Anyway, I just started off in the top left hand corner to see how I would like it, and I thought I'll start in a different place, but anyway, I just put in a few stitches just so I could see if I liked working on it, and I do, and I think I'm going to be more happy with this than with this, although it did take me quite a while to cut this up. But once I'd done it, I thought that's made the decision for me, and I feel better for doing that. So I don't know whether this will, well, it definitely won't be done this year, but I might just pick that up to work on again this year. I'm just going to go with the flow and see how I feel with what I want to do, and just not feel guilty about not stitching on certain things or trying to force stitching. That just doesn't work for me. And I know some people love Stitch Mania, but at least I know I've had a go, I didn't like it, at least I don't have to worry about that anymore. Anyway, it makes it sound like it's a life and death decision sometimes. Well, I've got some purchases, and I've done much better this past few months, but the only reason is because I had a birthday, and obviously we're in lockdown. I had friends just buy me gift vouchers or give me the money and just say, oh, buy what you like, because we couldn't do what we would normally do, or go for a night out or go for a nice meal. So I've just had gift vouchers and money, so I spent it on cross stitch. So the first thing I've got is A Country Winter by Plum Street Samplers, and I've got this kitted up, and I've chosen some wintry looking fabric there, and I think that's a Sparklies. It's definitely a Sparklies, but I think it was a fabric of the month, and I don't know what the name, I don't think it had a name. But yeah, I love this. I think it's really sweet. And am I right in this was an exclusive, one of those clubs last year or the year before, 2019, last year, and then it was released this year or last year. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying, but I love that. And then this is Winter Notes by Shepherd's Bush. This was a Nashville release for them, I think. Yeah, but I think that's just a really sweet design, and it came with the fabric and the buttons from Chris at the Nimble Thimble. Then I bought all of I say all of them. They were out of stock of the two, but and they're quite elusive to get hold of. But I bought the Scary Apothecaries by Heart in Hand. I just thought these were really sweet. I can't remember which two I'm missing, but I will get them eventually. And I've got some threads. I ordered all the Krynic for them, but the threads I'm just going to do in leftover silks that I've got. Again, I don't know when I'm coming to the. You're probably going through these twice now, but hey ho. So yeah, I love those. Then I got Shepherd's Song by Plum Street Samplers, and I saw this for Nashville release, and I thought, yeah, that's nice. I'm not going to order it. But then I watched, was it Fibre Talk, or it was either Fibre Talk or Kitten Stitcher's video, where they actually showed it in the video when they did the Nashville, like the meet and greets, and what have they got, what are they releasing this Nashville market. And I saw it and I just thought, oh, I love that, so I ordered it. But yeah, I think it's really beautiful, and I love that house. I love the roof actually, the way it's almost like a checkerboard. Then this one is, and I love this, I think it's so pretty. It's a Little Summer Sampler by Lardy Dar. And I've got the Call for threads. It's only 4, and I'm going to stitch that on 40 count parchment by Sparklies, and I think the Call for is much darker than that. It's yeah, pecan butter, which forget about getting here or trying to be able to get. So I looked at the picture and I thought, yeah, that'll do. I thought that complemented all the colours. So yeah, I'd like to start that soon actually. Another Christmas design. This is Be Merry and Bright by the Scarlet House. Love this. I've got some threads that I just thought matched up, and then I've actually got the Called For fabric, I think, Brash. Is it Brash? No, it's not the Called For or anything at all. But anyway, that is that Gingerbread by Picture This Plus? I think it is Gingerbread by Picture This Plus, and I just thought that would look quite nice on that, and it gets me using up my fabric. Then I've wanted these for ages. It's the Schoolhouse series by Brenda Gervais with Guy Needle and Thread. I won't be doing these over one like you're supposed to. But I have got some 40 count platinum which I would like to stitch it on, and I'm just starting to collect the threads now. Then these are my first Abbey Rose designs. I've loved these for ages. I've got another few coming from 123 Stitch. And it's the one that almost goes with this. I don't know if they were ever released as a pair or are meant to go together, but I love that. What's this called? Believe in the Magic of Christmas. and I don't know what fabric I'm going to do that on. I think I've got a piece that I quite fancy for that. Anyway, and then I've got Primitive Merry Christmas Pillow, again by Abbey Rose, and I love that. And this is the one where I've got the call for fabric, and I think it's called for on 32 count, but I've got 36 count brash by Picture This Plus, so that's what I'm going to do it on. And then I just added charts that I've had on my wish list for ages, and I thought I'll add those eventually. So this is Peppermint and Holly by With Thy Needle and Thread, and I've got the called for fabric, so I love that. And then this one I've loved for ages, Indigo Lane by, again, With Thy Needle and Thread. There's definitely a Brenda Gervais / Christmas theme going on here. And then this one is Christmas Fruit Basket by Threadwork Primitives. Now Rebecca from Hedgerow Stitching stitched this, and I thought it was beautiful, and she did it on 40 count I think, and I loved how delicate it looked, so I ordered that. I think that's absolutely gorgeous, so I'd like to do that. You're supposed to do it on 32 count vintage pearl, but I do want to do it on a 40 count or even a 36. And then second to last, this is more the fabric that I've got to show. I signed up for the iStitch burgundy band sampler in February I think it was. I was very late to the party, and I ordered my, I'll have to try and insert a picture of the design. It's really long, but it's released weekly, so it's not fully released yet. I don't know whether there's a picture that has got it all, I'm not sure. But anyway, my fabric finally turned up at the other day, so it went on a bit of a walkabout from the Netherlands, but I'm so pleased that I've got it. And I've got some fabric, and I've decided to do it in, not some fabric, I've got some thread, and I've decided I am going to do it in Ribbon Red by Classic Colourworks, because this is what I've got in my stash. And yeah, and I think I want it to go quite well with the band, so I'm really pleased with that. It's so beautiful. Adele Smurfette Stitches is working on it at the moment, and I just love how it's coming together. And then finally I bought Home for Christmas by Blackbird Designs, and mainly I bought this for this design here, which I love. I suppose it's quite an expensive book just to buy for that one chart, but it has got some amazing patterns in it. It has got the cardinal one, I can't remember what that's called. I've already got that in the other book it was in, but yeah, it's got some lovely designs. I think this one was a release for one of the Just Cross Stitch magazines. Yeah, and it's got loads of stockings in here as well, so yeah, but it is that one I just love it for. I love the greys and Christmas. I also wanted to say a big thank you to see, I want to say Shonda, but Shonda in the US, she is stitching in Idaho on Flosstube. She gave me a really lovely shout out on her video, and I'm sorry I haven't replied to your comment yet. I've only just read them all, and I do need to reply to everybody, but I just want you to know that I really appreciate you shouting me out like that. And I've had loads of new subscribers, so I just wanted to say thank you to everybody and for sticking around, because I know I'm very sporadic with my my uploads, and I've been going nearly 3 years. It'll be 3 years in September, so I haven't even reached 20 yet. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody for sticking with me, really. Anyway, that is absolutely everything I have got to show. I hope everybody is well and continues to stay safe, and hopefully this will be over soon for everybody. Anyway, I will hopefully see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.